Hi, I'm Miriam and I'm 20 years old. I found out I was pregnant of August 2021 and that was really scary. So I actually told my parents the same week that I found out I was pregnant just because I didn't know what to do. So, go to your parents first, but that's one of the scariest things is having to tell your parents like, oh, I am pregnant now. But they just were really good and supportive from the start. Just were comforting and saying they'd be there for me and just kind of asking what I was wanting to do with, being pregnant. I ended up moving home because I was living down south for a little while. I ended up moving home with my parents just because I thought that would be the best so I can have a good support system. And I just was working. I was just getting the support I needed from my family, and I was going through options whether I should choose adoption or if I should be a single mom. And I would talk to my parents a lot about it. I would talk to people who have been in the same situation as me, and I started leaning towards adoption just because I wasn't wanting to be a single parent, and I thought that my baby deserved to have two parents in the home together. And I got connected with Forever Bound Adoption. Someone in my ward told me about a family who was looking to adopt, and I actually connected with you, Steve Sunday, through this family, and I set up a meeting, and it was nice because I didn't have to go into an office or anything because you just came to my home, and it made me feel really comfortable because talking about adoption is scary, and being pregnant and single is scary, but just being able to talk through all my options in the comfort of my own home was nice. It felt more personal. It was nice because when I was talking to you about deciding between adoption and single parenting, it was nice because I didn't feel pressured at all to choose adoption. I felt like I was able to make my own decisions but also have support and good advice on what I should choose. I ended up looking at some families. I had 11 that I was flipping through the pamphlets, and I just was like, oh, this is so scary and so hard. And I ruled out a few that I really wanted to meet, and I ended up meeting one family, and just we clicked right away. We talked for so long, and it took me a few weeks to actually decide if I wanted to choose them or not. And I ended up deciding to choose them, and it just felt really positive, and it felt really, really right. And even though it was really hard to choose that, it felt like it was right to choose them. It didn't work out because the alleged birth father was being complicated and decided he didn't want to support adoption anymore. So that was a scary time too, because it was 6 weeks before she was born that I had to switch from, oh, I'm placing this baby for adoption, to now I'm gonna be a single mom, and now I have to tell this family that I chose that I'm not gonna place my baby with them anymore. And that family that I chose was just so kind and supportive, and I'm still really close to them, and I'm glad that I met them, and they just still support me through everything. This is something that's really, really hard to do alone. And even if you have a big support system, it feels lonely, but you have people to talk to, even if it's just one person. If you don't have a lot of people in your life, even if it's just one person who will be there for you. Support system is really good, and also really taking care of yourself, because obviously you need to take care of your baby and do what's best for your baby, but this isn't a really emotional time for someone to go through. So take care of yourself and just be kind to yourself, and just, it's hard, but try and get through it. I've learned a lot of patience. I've learned to trust myself a lot with making decisions. I've learned that going through really hard things really helps you grow. It helps you be able to be there for people more who are in similar situations. It helps you be more caring and understanding of people's struggles and trials. I recommend Forever Bound Adoption to anyone. I would say that they're great and very personal, makes you feel so comfortable and not pressured at all. Because I knew, if I chose myself to decide not to go the adoption way, I knew that I wouldn't get any backlash. I know that they'd just be like, okay, this is fine. We'll help you with deciding to be a single mom, because I didn't feel like I only had to talk about adoption. I was able to talk about, okay, well, what if I decided to be a single mom? And then when it did come to that, just like kind of what that would look like. And I just knew that I was going to be supported the whole way, even if you're not sure if you want to go the adoption route or not, because it's a really big support, and they're also kind and loving, and it feels more like family than anything else.